Before I dive into what I'm about to share with you, I want to say something important. If you've been finding value in these conversations and you're not yet subscribed, I really hope you'll consider hitting that subscribe button today. We're getting close to 10,000 subscribers, and with your support, we can continue creating content that genuinely helps men transform their lives. Your subscription means everything to us, and it helps us reach more guys who are looking for real answers about attraction, confidence, and becoming the best version of themselves. So, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, please do that right now before we get started. Now, let's talk about something that I believe can genuinely change your life. There is a special kind of man in this world who has a certain spark. People see him and feel like he is dangerously attractive in the best way possible. This isn't just about his clothes or his smile, it is about something deep inside that most men don't even realize they can have. Sometimes we think that being attractive means putting everyone else first or pretending to be someone we aren't. You might see another guy get a great result and try to copy exactly what he did, but it doesn't work for you. That is because you might be missing the one thing that these magnetic men have. We are going to spend time today talking about what that is. If you stay with me until the very end, I believe the things we share can help you change your life from the inside out in a very beautiful way. I chose to sit on these stairs today for a very specific reason, and I want you to understand why. When we think about personal growth and becoming more attractive to others, we often fail to recognize that it's very much like climbing a flight of stairs. You don't just jump from the bottom to the top, you take it one step at a time. In our conversation today, we are going to be climbing up to new levels of understanding. Just like walking up a flight of stairs, learning these things takes a bit of work. It takes your attention, it takes some effort, and most importantly, it takes you actually doing something with the information you receive. To do well in the world of dating and making connections, you have to understand who you really are. You need to know what you want and what you don't want. But the most important part of all is knowing your own value. A lot of guys think their value comes from the things they own, like the money in their bank account, or the car they drive, or the person they are dating. While those things can make you feel good for a little while, your true value is something only you can give to yourself. If you don't see it, you will spend your whole life trying to get other people to tell you that you are okay. You will find yourself looking for a thumbs up from people you haven't even decided if you like yet. This is a trap that so many men fall into, and it's one of the reasons they struggle with attraction and relationships. They're constantly seeking validation from external sources instead of building a solid foundation of self worth from within. In my work helping men learn how to build better relationships, I hear the same questions a lot. Guys want to know why they aren't getting the results they want, or why they can't seem to meet the right women. The answer is actually very simple, but very deep. Every person you meet and every date you go on is like a mirror. They are showing you exactly how you feel about yourself. The people you bring into your life are often a reflection of what you think you deserve deep down. That is why I encourage men to really look at their own beliefs. These thoughts are like magnets. They can either pull good things toward you or push them away. Think about this for a moment. If you don't value yourself, you might keep attracting people who don't see your worth either. This can keep you from becoming the most attractive version of yourself. It's almost like the universe is responding to your internal programming. When you walk into a room believing you belong there and that you have value to offer, people feel that. When you walk in feeling like you're not quite good enough, people feel that too. This is why so many guys find that copying what works for other men doesn't work for them. It's not about the specific tactics or the pickup lines or the way someone dresses. It's about the underlying belief system that creates genuine attraction. Attraction has many layers, and this is something I want you to really understand. It is not just a switch that is either on or off. You could be the most handsome man in the room, but if you don't have a clear path in life or if you don't have dreams you are chasing, that energy is felt by everyone around you. A man could be a 10 out of 10 on the outside, but if there is nothing going on under the surface, the attraction will eventually disappear. There's no staying power without substance. True substance is all about how much you value yourself, and this shows up everywhere in your life. It shows up in how you treat the waiter at a restaurant, how you treat yourself when no one is looking, and how you show up when you are out in the world. A man who knows who he is won't be shaken if someone doesn't see his value. He stays strong even if someone isn't interested in him. He doesn't crumble or question his worth based on one person's opinion or rejection. This kind of grounded confidence is incredibly attractive because it shows that he has an internal locus of control. His sense of self isn't dependent on external validation. A confident man knows what he wants and goes after it. He does this because he truly believes he is worthy of good things. Think about a man who sees a woman he thinks is wonderful. Because he sees value in himself, he is able to see the value in her too. He takes the chance to talk to her because he wants to keep building that feeling of being someone who deserves good things. He's not approaching her from a place of desperation or neediness. He's approaching her from a place of abundance and genuine interest. Now, let's say that woman says, "No, thank you," or has a reason she can't give him her number. A man who knows his worth doesn't take that personally. He doesn't feel like he's a bad person just because she said no. Instead, he can actually be kind and thank her for her time. He feels good because he took a step forward and tried. He is happy that he acted like the man he wants to be. This is the power of taking action, and it's something that changes everything. If a man never takes action in the parts of his life he wants to change, he will never see any progress. It doesn't matter how much he wishes for things to be different. Nothing changes until he moves. You can read every book on confidence. You can watch every video about attraction. You can listen to every podcast about self-improvement. But if you don't actually take action, nothing in your life will change. The information is just sitting there in your head, unused and ineffective. Real change happens when you combine knowledge with action. This is why putting in effort is so important for a man's life. It shows up in how he treats people and how he treats himself. Men who are incredibly attractive aren't afraid to work hard on who they are. They use their time, their energy, and even their money to make real changes. They want to be better for themselves and for the people they meet. It takes real effort to go to the gym when you're tired or to leave the house and do things that make you feel a little nervous. But doing those hard things shows that you care about the one life and the one body you have. Imagine a guy who wants a beautiful, healthy woman to be with him, but he stays on his couch every night eating chips and not taking care of himself. His lifestyle shows that he doesn't value himself very much. Even if he has a lot of money, you can't fake real attraction. A woman might stay for the money, but is she actually attracted to the man himself? A man who is truly magnetic builds himself up from a strong base. He doesn't tear himself down. He doesn't make excuses for why he can't improve. Instead, he makes a commitment to himself, and he follows through on that commitment day after day, week after week. You can't just say nice things to yourself and expect everything to change instantly. While it is good to tell yourself you are smart or handsome, real change happens when you put in the effort today. This effort changes how you see yourself, and it changes the results you get in life. When you feel secure, you don't seem desperate. There is a big difference between showing a woman you care and being desperate for her to like you. If you show her you are interested, but she doesn't give that same energy back, a strong man is okay with that. He is willing to walk away and keep moving forward. He doesn't want to be around people who don't want to be around him. It is really that simple. When things don't go his way, he sees it as a good thing. It gives him more information about where he should be going and what he really wants. He doesn't let one person's opinion make him feel small or less attractive. He understands that rejection isn't personal. It's simply a signal that person isn't the right fit, and that person isn't the right fit, and that's okay. There are plenty of people in the world, and not everyone is going to be compatible with you, and that's perfectly fine. A man who knows himself looks at his own fears and worries with curiosity. Instead of being upset that he feels nervous, he asks himself why. He tries to understand his own mind so he can rewrite the old stories he tells himself. He replaces old, unhelpful thoughts with new ones that help him grow. This kind of mindset is very special to women. It stands out because when she is with a man like this, she feels like she is with someone who is safe and steady. He knows he is a great addition to anyone's life. If someone tries to play games with him or doesn't treat him with respect, he is perfectly fine with leaving. He can let go because he knows that if something isn't right for him, it just means there is more room for the things that are. He takes action because he knows he deserves the best life possible. Whether he wants a loving relationship, a new business, or more success, his belief in himself makes it easier to do the work. He's not motivated by desperation or fear. He's motivated by a genuine desire to build something meaningful and authentic. This is the kind of energy that draws people toward him naturally. It's magnetic because it's real. The biggest difference between an average guy and a man who is dangerously attractive is simple. The magnetic man knows who he is. He puts effort into every part of his life, and he isn't afraid to go after his goals. This is the kind of man that people remember. He gives off an energy that inspires others to do better in their own lives. When a woman meets a man like this, she sees a leader. She sees someone who is strong and kind, and that is something that is very hard to let go of. I truly hope that our talk today has helped you understand what it takes to have that special kind of attraction. It is all about how you see yourself and the effort you are willing to put into your own journey. If you feel like you want some extra help with this, a group of caring experts is always here to support you and talk one-on-one. You can find a way to reach out right here or in the details below. We would love to hear from you. Please show this talk some love if it helped you by liking this video, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so we can talk again soon. We're working toward 10,000 subscribers, and with your help, we can get there. I am looking forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye for now, and thank you for being part of this community.